Hundreds of years ago were stripped of their history, leaving a line of descendants with a big hole in how they grew up and where they were from. WMAR 2 News' Eddie Kadam explains how a small artifact found in an excavation of a slave quarters in Anne Arundel County is giving people a link to their heritage.
A small piece of a 200-year-old tobacco pipe. It may not look like much, but packed inside is a story.
That it was a woman that smoked that pipe stem in that tobacco pipe, and that the person was most closely related to the Mende of Sierra Leone, West Africa. And this kind of blew the case open because archaeologists have never been able to find this sort of detailed information about people who were enslaved on sites like this.
Maryland State Highway Administration Chief Archaeologist Julie Shablitsky found it on a dig at a slave quarter at Belvoir along Generals Highway in Anne Arundel County. Back then, everyone used pipes, but this is the first time DNA has been lifted from one this old.
Clay is very porous, and when you put it in the mouth, your saliva will be absorbed into that clay.
The pipe led to Wanda Watts.
Our third great-great-grandmother was on the property. In fact, one of her daughters, Anne, had children by the plantation owner.
She's since been to the site several times with other descendants, seeing where her ancestors were enslaved.
Their language was taken, their culture was taken, their names, everything was taken from them. And this gives you a sense of belonging.
The woman behind the pipe, most likely a cook who could be a distant relative. A small piece of her story that was ripped away all those years ago, now coming back to life. Eddie Kadam, WMAR 2 News.
And Watts says she and other descendants walked by a grave site near the slave quarters, and they're trying to raise funds to pull DNA from those buried there to unlock more about the people who were enslaved right there.